Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Lounging. Do you see me? I do love loungewear. Just comfortable, just comfortable. So, lounging, listening, we're going to listen to each other and loving. We're also going to love on each other. And if you have not already, can you please hit the subscribe button? I think that's up top. And if you could share this video, especially if it brings any value to your life. Speaking of value, that's what I'd like to talk about this evening. Now, a lot of times you hear people say, I know my worth, right? So I'm not settling, I know my worth. And I'm all for that. I'm big on empowering and people feeling good about themselves. Absolutely. But I want to really zoom in on that word value. And I want to talk about something really specific, and that is absolute value. And so absolute value, for those of you who were probably in my Algebra 2 class, right? That's probably where you learned it. The absolute value is the distance of any real number from zero, without consideration to if it's on the positive side of the timeline or the number line, or on the negative side of the number line. In other words, the absolute value of 6 is 6. The absolute value of -6 is also 6. All right, so we got that? Now you're probably saying, Latanya, I'm not really here for a math lesson. What is this about? And I'm just so glad that you asked. Because when we talk about the whole notion of absolute value, that means really that life happens for us and not to us. That means that regardless of what I did that made me feel so worthless, what I did that made me feel like nobody would love me, nobody would want me, that made me feel like I couldn't forgive myself, that made me feel like nobody else would even want me around, those decisions, those skeletons in our closet, those things that we don't talk about, can I tell you that those things don't lessen your value? And those things that you feel like hey, I crushed that, those claps that we give ourselves, those accolades, I can tell you that doesn't increase your value. You're still very much who you are. And so when we talk about absolute value, we are talking about you in your totality. We're talking about how all of the not so good things mix with the good things, and when we put it all together, it's still coming out for your good. Yeah, it's still gonna work out in your favor. You needed those late night cries. You needed those doubts and those worries. You needed those thoughts of, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. I'm not sure what lies ahead. I'm not sure how this is gonna. You needed all of that. The same way that you needed, man, I did really good on that. Man, I feel like I crushed that. Man, I went into that interview and I stunned those people. I'm really good at this. You need all of that. And so again, when we talk about the whole concept of absolute value, your worth is not predicated on what you do. Your worth is found in who you are. And so if I can help you just understand that just a little bit, let's meditate on that. Let's concentrate on that. Let's understand that. Because we are walking around thinking that the things that I do make me better than or less than other people. And it absolutely does not. All right? So, that's all I got. I just want you, if you could join me, can you join me next week? Let's come back here, sit down with me, we'll talk again. Make sure you have your cup of deliciousness, all right? And we'll continue to learn and grow together. Remember, I'm rooting for you, okay? Take care.